Hello, truth seekers. This is your Conspiracy Laws host, JB. Welcome to episode 13. Today, we're going to blow the lid off the meat industry's plans to keep people eating meat by producing nasty vegan food. Um, this is not the first time I have blown the lid off of the meat industry in their attacks on vegans and vegetarianism. You may remember in a previous episode, I talked about how the meat industry actually founded PETA and keeps it running today. And by they make vegetarians look like extremists and wild and kind of chase people away from the vegetarian lifestyle. In this episode, I'm going to refer to vegetarians and vegans kind of interchangeably. There's no, I don't see a major need to differentiate between the two in this episode. If I need to in the future, I will, but yeah. I do recognize there's a difference between the two, but it's just easier to mix it up a little. Um, I also want to say that I am not a vegetarian or vegan. I love meat. Um, I will eat all sorts of bratwurst. I like burgers. I eat so many burgers. This week I have probably had 8 burgers, and it's only Tuesday. Um, Actually, it's Thursday. Sorry, no, 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 it's Tuesday. It's Tuesday. Um, so this isn't me trying to push some sort of agenda. I just tell you that just so you know that I'm not like trying to peop like make the meat industry look bad because I want you all to be vegetarians. I do suggest that you buy your meat locally so you're not going through like terrible like pink slime factories for your food that you're putting in your mouth, but I'm not gonna get too preachy. Anyway, let's get to the facts. Fact. We're not gonna be faxing people. We're getting to the details, the the rules, the laws, conspiracy laws. Anyway, have have you tried the fake meat products out there? There are tons of them, and for the most part, they are absolutely horrible. Uh, for every Impossible Burger or Beyond Meat product, there are at least 100 products that will make you vomit just the second it touches your tongue. It's disgusting. And so these products, they're called meat analogs, um, because they're like meat, but they're not. These became popular in the late 90s. They started showing up in mainstream markets and just basically everywhere. And this was also around the same time that there were more reports coming out about how unhealthy meat is for your diet. There was a big push for people to start moving away from meat uh, because of also like how it affects our environment. This was all in the late 90s, and the meat industry saw this and they knew they needed to get ahead of the ball. So they introduced these terrible vegan products. Um, and basically, they were like products to replace bacon, allegedly. Like it was supposed to be like a bacon substitute or bratwurst or Polish sausage, or Wiener Schnitzel. Like, and they're just terrible. Um, so the thing that appealed to a lot of vegetarians was the price. The way that the meat industry got these products to sell was by putting a low price on them. They could stand to lose money over it because the whole goal was to get people back to eating meat, which they're making money on. So the low cost is attracting buyers. People are buying it, trying to give this vegetarian lifestyle a try. They eat it. It's disgusting. Once again, day after day, they're eating disgusting meat analogs. And sure, they'd make a lot of meals without any analogs, just naturally good vegetarian meals like chips and cheese, or vegetarian lasagna, or shawarma, or spaghettios without the meatballs. Not Jello, no Jello. But yeah, they eat those. But you want to mix it up, and you might miss meat, so you try this meat analog. Anyway, as people were trying this vegetarian lifestyle, they would miss certain foods, and since the meat analogs were absolutely terrible, they'd eventually be driven back to eating meat. And once you open that door, people would just start eating meat all the time rather than thinking about doing vegetarian once in a while. And so the terrible vegan foods produced by the meat industry continue to be slopped out there to this day. Um, so I just want to be clear that veganism is objectively a better way to live. Um, it's better for your individual health and for the environment, as compared to like consuming lots of animal meat. First of all, most of the animal meat is produced horribly. With the current administration, there's very little oversight, so you're likely to get poisoned or sick, or food poisoned, or food sicked. And uh, it's also good for the environment. I hear this conspiracy theory trotted out a lot, how raising the salads for the vegans kills lots of animals, because how you think they raise the food, they while they're harvesting, they just destroy all these animals. The thing this conspiracy theory doesn't factor in is that there's also a ton of crops being raised to feed the livestock, to feed the chickens, to feed the porks, and to feed the salmon. There's a lot more. Uh, the amount of food of vegetables it takes to feed us is about the same that it would take to, maybe even less than what it would take to feed livestock. But yeah, we're the point is there's less resources needed when you are eating a vegan lifestyle, and um, it's just a better overall. So the meat industry is dissuading you from being a vegetarian, and it's fine. You don't need to be a vegetarian. You look great how you are, but you might consider fighting against what the meat industry is doing to dissuade others who are willing to try the vegetarian lifestyle. I respect the heck out of people who can give up meat, because I can't. I just love it too much. But what you can do is you can support good makers of vegetarian food. The Impossible Burger, I've tried it. It's so good. I recommend giving it a whirl sometime. Maybe next time you're at a restaurant. I believe it's at Burger King now. Try an Impossible Burger Whopper. Mix it up once in a while. Beyond Meat's another great one. These are kind of the big heavy hitters out there right now who are doing just knocking it out of the ballpark with their touchdowns of 3-point meats. They're just scoring so many goals with their great meat products. Um, Another thing you can do is stay away from crappy meat analogs. Just avoid them. Just go with the good stuff. Um, don't serve crappy meat. By the way, if you're cooking for a vegetarian, they're not that interested in meat analogs. Go ahead and skip them. Just make a meal that would not usually have meat in it, and they'll be happy. Usually much happier. Also, don't give them don't just serve a salad. Come on. Um, it's all okay to eat meat, but don't rule out excellent vegetarian food. Maybe even have a day or two a week when you just eat vegetarian for the day. No meat. Um, Maybe no meat Mondays. Something. Well, that's a little alliterative, but also Mondays are the worst already. Why do you want to double down? Um, I'd recommend maybe a Thursday. Um, Yeah, Thirsty Thursday and just drink alcohol and forget about meat. Anyway, I'm gonna end the episode at that. If you have any questions or ideas, please comment below. Please support the truth by subscribing to the Conspiracy Laws channel and sharing the truth with your friends. We'll be back on Thursday for an episode about how Big Pharma is behind the extremist anti-vax movement. You won't want to miss that one. In the meantime, think about what we've uncovered today. We awake the world tomorrow.